Good morning, everyone. Welcome to You Have Beauty Care Choices. I'm Jennifer Coy, and today's show, I'm very excited. We have Sonna Brado here. She has been listed by Modern Salon as one of the top 100 influencers in 2020 to watch and follow. So at Sonna Brado, you need to check out. Her cutting techniques have me enthralled. I have been watching her, the way that she moves the hair and controls the hair. I'm obsessed. I love watching her videos. And the fact that KMS brought their national artistic lead into our show to introduce a new product segment in KMS, I am so excited about that. So we're gonna launch the new products at the end of the show, and she's gonna actually do some hairspray demonstrations in the beginning. Sonna is a educator at heart. She has trained stylists across the country. She is a 2014 Naha winner. Naha is the North American Hairdressing Awards. Just impressive altogether. Welcome to the show, Sonna Brado. Hi.
Hi, thank you so much.
Yes, well, I am just thrilled to have you here. KMS is one of my favorite brands, having its beginnings here in our hometown of Redding, California, but it has traveled the globe and still kicking after so many years. And I really am just so excited about their new sustainability direction that they're going. Tell us a little bit about why you're with KMS and then what you love about KMS.
Yeah, the whole new vibe with KMS to me is really relevant, and it just really brings me to where I started with the company about 12 years ago, in that they are technology and science and nature based, and they also have a great education system for us as stylists. So I've enjoyed being with the company. They're a company that has just this incredible integrity, and they really want what's best for the stylist, for the consumer, for the salon owners. And so it's a really great combination of purpose and thinking that they have. And so for me with KMS, it's all about who they are as a company, and their whole new focus with this sustainability really goes with what the consumer is wanting right now, which is a more organic, a more natural, a more biodegradable. I mean, everything that the consumer is wanting right now, they're answering with this new line.
Yes, I agree. And I mean, it really is an incredible new direction for KMS. They must have jumped on it quite a while ago, because they have been launching one right after the other of amazing new products. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's give a little view of all the KMS brand. KMS has gone through some changes over the years. And so what your favorite products were, their styling gels, or, you know, they have so many amazing hero products, but this is what the collection looks like today, but all still a lot of the same formulas that have been around because they're tried and true. Love that about KMS. But today we're going to be talking about their hairsprays.
Yes.
So there seems to be a little bit of confusion on how to use all of the different hairsprays. So thank you so much for coming on to teach me and our audience the differences in these sprays and to watch your artistic hands work. I heard you brought some dolls with us. So where do you want to start?
Well, I think I will start. I mean, we have a whole range of fixative sprays, and I know we're going to focus on the difference between the sprays, which I think is really important, because many times, you know, you walk into a salon and you look at this big shelf of products and you have no idea what everything is or what it's for. And KMS went through and we redesigned how we were approaching product presentation to the customer with our start, style, and finish. And so all of the sprays I'm going to be talking about today are in either the style or the finish category. And the finish category is like the last thing that you do. It's what you do when your hair is dry. So if you think about start being shampoos and conditioners, style being things you add to your hair when your hair is wet typically, and then you go into those finishing sprays. But really, you as a consumer, how do you know which spray to get? Do you want a flexible hold? Do you want something, I call it the rotisserie spray, which is your set it and forget it type of spray, where you don't want to touch your hair. So one of the questions that I always ask, and this is something that you could think about as you're approaching looking for a hairspray, is how do I like my hair to feel when I'm done styling it? So for me, I touch my hair literally all the time. I hate it when my hair feels very fine and soft. I don't like that at all. I feel like it sticks to my head. And so when I'm looking for a hairspray, I'm looking for something that is movable, is flexible, has some heat protection because I throw some curls in my hair. And so for me, when I go to a spray, for me in KMS, I usually choose the 2-in-1, let me grab it here, the ThermaShape 2-in-1. And this one is our heat protectant plus the finishing spray itself, which is a light hold. On a scale of 1 to 5, they call it a 3. And I would say it's almost a 3. And it's a very, very light spray, but it's that dual protection that I'm getting. I'm getting the heat protection, and then I'm also getting a finishing spray. So when I'm working with this as a hairspray, you're working at the very end. So as a heat protection, I would spray individual strands one at a time and go through and then curl the hair. And then at the finishing spray, I put it on at the very end so that you get that nice finish. Now, you don't have to have long hair to use hairspray. I think so many times we only show hairsprays on long hair. And so many people that have short hair really need some of that hold. They need some of the protection from heat, especially if you're flat ironing or doing any of that. So with the ThermaShape 2-in-1, you get a really nice light hold. So one of the things that I like to work
Sonna,
with,
your doll is off the screen, so I'm just going to have you kind of bring her over just so you saw that. And I love this container. I have to say that the auto lock for traveling, can't push it once it's twisted. You just twist like this, and then all of a sudden the spray comes out. How exciting.
And Jennifer, is that better? Because I honestly can't see you on my screen, so I'm kind of going blind here.
Oh, okay. For sure.
I can only see myself.
Yeah, no, okay. Normally that you can see us, but yeah, I'll guide you through it. It's perfect. That looks great.
She doing good?
Yeah, she looks great.
Right.
Maybe can you get it to smile a little bit?
She'll smile.
Right, yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
Back to the 2-in-1. Love this spray. Show us how we're going to use it with short hair.
Okay, so with short hair, I love working this spray into the root area when it's dry. And the reason for that is that it's not really crunchy. And so you're getting some lift out of it, and the root area is going to stay lifted for you. So what you do is you come in and actually lift up the hair. And I like to come in and just put my fingers into the hair, pinch, and then lift. So what it does is it doesn't disrupt. I think so many times, a lot of people go in and they'll do this and lift up and spray. And if you look at all of that confusion going on in the hair, it's disrupting the root direction and where the ends of the hair go. Everything starts with the root area. So what I want to see is I want to see the hair staying kind of in the same area, and then I'm just going to gently go in and lift and spray. And so what that does is it gives you that great lift and separation, but you're not changing where the ends of the hair are going.
Right.
So that's a great way, like that. You can watch that.
I love that. You're so technical.
I could get way more technical, but I won't.
Okay.
So I'm lifting the root
But
direction.
that makes a lot of sense. You know, you want the hair to be where it's going to be styled, and you're styling as you're moving the hair.
Yep. But you're not disrupting the hair. To me, everything starts from the root direction. So wherever you place the roots, whatever direction you put them, that's where the ends of the hair will follow. So you have to be really conscious of that as you're working through. So I'm just lifting up and spraying a little bit and aiming it right about at the root area. But notice I'm not too close to the hair. So I'm not right up there. So many times people are right here, and that's way too concentrated.
I like too that you're kind of spraying from below as well to almost get under, like as you're lifting, you're kind of getting, rather than up here where it's just going to end up landing on the hair, right?
Right. I'm not doing a finish spray. I'm working with spray.
Okay. Love that.
So then kind of coming to the very top and then pinching. So just coming in and pinching and doing a little bit more. So you can see the difference. Let me take a look at her and see how she is. There we go. You can see the difference in how that is actually sitting now.
Oh my gosh.
Because working with the root area.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could capture a before and after right this moment. That is so amazing. You did a whole hairstyle and they looked flat and lifeless and limp in the beginning. And look at this. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. That's a
minute. Yeah.
And then it's still movable. So that client could still, you know, do a little zhuzh and a little fluff every once in a while. That's beautiful.
I mean, it doesn't build up in the hair at all. And you can use the 2-in-1 for exactly that purpose. You could also use the movable hold and the working spray. The working spray is just beautiful. It has an anti-humidity factor to it.
This is my favorite, just in case you wanted to know.
I'll bet it is, especially with your long hair. It's really nice to work this into the hair. I mean, I build spray into the hair all day long. You know, you run back and you spray your hair in between clients. And the working spray, the more you use it, the more it builds up into volume in the hair. So the more you add, the stronger the hold, and the more the hair stays where it's put. So just a gentle spray across the surface gives you a nice light hold. Flexible, you can brush through it, really very, very workable.
And the smell of this spray is so good, right?
Yes, yeah. When I spray it, the whole salon is like, what is that?
What is that? Yes, exactly. Hey, you know what? I'm going to have you take a smidge more step to the same direction we were moving the doll, just because when we put the graphics up, it does. There you are. Perfect. Yes. Because I want them to all see everything you're doing, and me. I want to be able to see too.
That's much better. Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure.
I should have asked when I couldn't see earlier, but I thought, oh no, it'll pop up there.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm just gonna keep directing it because I really want to see how you're creating these new looks with the different sprays.
Perfect.
So this is our working spray, a little step up than the thermos shaped spray.
Yep, definitely. Okay, so now the tip with this one, I love this. When somebody has a side swept fringe, you know how it's really hard to keep it out of your eyes?
Yes.
I mean, people are always like,
Right.
I love to do, and Jennifer, you could try this as well, is you a little bit on the back of your fingertips, like this. So get it on your nails.
Okay.
Spray on there, and then you come through and you run it right along the edge, right here. Instead of having to take hairspray and put it right against your eyes, you come in, spray it once again on the back of your fingertips, and then just come through, kind of lift up and get underneath it, and just seal that all together. And look at how that keeps that off to the side.
Nice. That is a great tip because you really don't want spray coming right here and then it ends up all over your forehead as well. What a great way to control your product.
Yep. Yeah, just right here and just kind of run along that edge.
Yeah. And it really is holding well. Look.
Yeah. And then that would lead us into the next hairspray, which would be the firm finish. Now the firm finish, I put my hair up a lot, like in a French twist or something like that. And a French twist on short hair like mine is, you have to use some for back here. I like using the firm finish for putting hair up. Or, as I called it earlier, my rotisserie clients, the ones that are set it and forget it.
Exactly. Don't touch it. Once you spray it, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Yeah. If you don't want to have to work with your hair throughout the day, then this is the spray for you. You can use the same techniques I just used, but instead of it being flexible and being able to work through it, it's going to be a little bit stronger. Well, actually, a lot stronger. At shows, sometimes we do this. We're like, This one is, where did I put him? How did they disappear? Okay. Our working spray is going to be like slow down a bird in flight. This one is stop a bird in flight.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bird's going to go.
Now,
Yes.
all the techniques that I'm showing you, you can use with any of the sprays, but you'll get different degrees of hold and flexibility.
Right.
Once again, this has a humidity resistant factor to it, so it's great if you're in a humid climate and you really want your hair to stay.
Right.
So I know a lot of people that buy like the little travel size in this one for vacation and when they're going to a humid climate. And the firm finish, once again, is going to give you a lot more control. We can do the same technique, but this is literally going to be a set it and a forget it situation.
Right.
Now, I've got a great little tip for those people that have maybe more of a smooth surface, because we've done a lot with this textured activated surface. Mm-hmm. But what if you have a bob or long hair?
Right.
Do you still use hairspray? I mean, Jennifer, you do.
I do use a firm hairspray. I'm actually sitting here thinking in my head, I have to get on an airplane in a couple hours. Do I really want to spray this firm hairspray on my hair? But I actually know that this hairspray, if you spray it, it is a firm set it and forget it, but you actually can then go back and work into it, and so it's not like it's going to leave your hair yucky feeling the rest of the day.
Yeah,
so
you don't have a helmet on
what was
your
that?
Hair. It's not a helmet on your hair.
Right.
It definitely can be worked through, brushed through, but it does have a much stronger hold.
Right.
Now, one thing that I really like using this for people that have longer hair is a makeup brush. And this is just a little makeup brush that, oh, there we go. A little makeup brush that is, you use it for powder on your face. What I like to do with is I spray usually I'll use the firm finish because you're trying to control little flyaways. So you'll use the firm finish and then you go across the surface of the hair. This is a little trick we use in photo shoots to get rid of those little fuzzies that will, kind of stand out when you're trying to take a photo. So
oh my gosh, that's such a great editorial tip as everyone's trying to get that perfect selfie or whatever, or even a bridal shoot, anything like that. You have that one hair that's kind of crazy. And wow, that really is amazing. What a cool tip.
I know, softer than a brush.
Yeah.
You can do a brush or a comb, but this is a lot softer. Think about it, it's really nice and soft on your face. Mm-hmm. And so you're just skimming that surface.
And it's not disrupting the other style that you've already kind of created in there, right? It's not recombing or rebrushing if you've already got it. It's just that really top final perfecting layer. I love that.
A little bit right there.
Uh-huh.
And just work that in.
Wow. That was a great demo right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really works nice. So
I didn't bring my makeup brush, guys, or I'd show you myself, but what a fun surprise tip. That was awesome.
Yeah. So you can just go all the way around and then take your beautiful selfie. She's ready.
What a great way to use. So she's using the firm hold on the brush because that's going to just really smooth that, grab it good with the strength. Great tip for the firm hold. There's so many different uses for them. So we've covered the ThermaShape, the 2-in-1, flexible, easy, take it from styling to finish, movable texture. Then we've got our working spray, a little longer hair, still movable texture and comb through. And then we've got our firm set it and forget it. I don't want to think about it. And the fun makeup brush smooth technique. Amazing. You really, and I love that fringe. For me, keeping this fringe over and out of my face, I would spend the whole show going like this. And look at it, it's really just staying there. I'm not going to put it back because I kind of like how it's staying. So other than those hairsprays, we have a few that we have talked on a prior show with Sage. We still have the Makeover Spray. Do you want to touch base on any of these, or we've kind of touched them? Do you have any secrets for us?
the makeover spray, I always put this into my purse, and I like having this as something that just comes along with me. If you've gone to like if you go to a Chinese food restaurant or a Japanese, the Asian restaurants, you tend to smell some of that residual in your hair. So just come in, spray
Heaven forbid you leave the leftovers in your car.
Deodorizes the hair, and the rice powder helps absorb oils. So really, this is such a friendly product to use. And a lot of my brides love this because next day they want to get up, be able to refresh their hair without having to go in and restyle the whole thing, so they can absorb the oils, but they still have their curls in their hair. So it's a great wedding gift, I always find.
So Sonna, what would be the difference between the dry wax and the makeover spray? Like, how would you choose between those two?
Dry wax and makeover spray. Dry wax is going to give you a lot of texture in the hair. It also has a rice powder in it, but it has a flexible hold to it. Okay. So you dry wax, I use it a lot on short hair, like the one I was showing you earlier. Mm-hmm. It's give you a very flexible, movable type of texture and some hold, whereas the makeover spray doesn't necessarily give you a lot of hold. It'll give you some volume, but not necessarily a hold factor.
Great clarification on that. Well, I think we've really covered our sprays well. That was really fun. And so now let's talk about, I'm going to have you kind of introduce it for us because we're really excited about this new launch. And then we'll talk about kind of the whole properties, and then we'll go into each segment. So there's 4 new brands that we're launching. What's our segment called?
It's called Conscious Style.
Conscious Style.
Style, yes.
Beautiful.
And it's so exciting because it is free of almost everything. It's free of microplastics. It's free of no animal testing, of course. No sulfates, no silicones, no mineral oils, no artificial dyes. And so it really is as close to natural as we can get and still have it be a very, very high performing line. The whole focus of KMS right now is on sustainability. At our shows, we're using, it's called Green Circle, where we're recycling everything, the hair, the color, everything goes into these different recycled things that they take care of, the towels. We're working on using less water, less energy. So as a company, the sustainability is a big factor right now. And the conscious style, it really works into that, that segment. It's a very condensed line. We're not wanting to expand it into a ton of different products. 4 products include all of the start, style, and finish. And it's primarily for, I would say, more of a medium to fine textured hair. And when I first used it, as Jennifer, you and I talked about, the shampoo has a little bit, we thought, is this clarifying? Because it cleanses well, and it leaves a little bit of grip to the hair, mm-hmm. which I found gave me a lot of volume, which I really liked. I didn't need to use a ton of product in my hair. So the main 2 key ingredients for the product are moringa seed. I believe I'm saying that right, moringa seed oil.
Moringa seed oil is amazing for the hydration.
Yes. The hydration from that.
I think that was the biggest thing on this shampoo is, I mean, when they say in the education papers that I was reading, weightless hydration, mm-hmm. I think that's the perfect description for the whole line. Yeah. Is weightless hydration, because I mean, I've never felt a lighter shampoo. It has literally no color to it, no dyes. It's beautiful, super lightweight product and cleanses really well. But you might be surprised in feeling that cleansed feeling in the shower with how it blow dries, right?
Mm-hmm. But once you put the conditioner on, it feels very light in the hair, but when you rinse it out, it's very combable and very, like you said, light. It's a very, very lightweight line.
Yes.
And the
conditioner is also very, where you consider, I mean, it's thick enough that you have to kind of shake it down. It's not running out by any means, but it's not that super creamy. This is truly for, I feel, those people that really want to be that everyday shampoo person. right?
Yes.
You want to just really shampoo and, or you could. So I used it yesterday and then I used it today. I never shampoo my hair 2 days in a row. And I was pleasantly surprised that the volume held. I didn't get weighted down at all.
Yeah. And this is also great if you think about it and you're working out as a second shampoo of the day. If you're wanting, that cleansing and you want it to be, you just want to use another shampoo, this is a great one for that as well.
Hey, before we dive more into it, let's just take a moment and watch their amazing video. They did such a great marketing video. It's only like 53 seconds, so we'll just watch while it plays really quick. But I think it'll give a really good feel with how they're marketing this segment. That was a good video. Make the conscious choice. And kind of everything that Sonna has already shared with us with the recycling properties, the biodegradable properties, the healthy, sustainable ingredients. But yeah, I thought they did a really good job on explaining that video.
And one of the things that keeps coming up inside of the salon for me, people asking if a line is gluten-free, and it is completely gluten-free. They use the oat kernel oil, and there's no gluten in that.
Yes, so. Good point, because some oat does have gluten as well. Not just wheat can have gluten. Other grains can actually have some gluten. Good point there on that ingredient.
Thank you.
So I was talking with one of our stylists that also took the products home, and we're both really blown away by the smoothness of the whole hair shaft. I didn't have to flat iron, and I really felt like when I got out of the shower, I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to just with the conditioner. I didn't think I'd have that detangling property. I was afraid I was really going to be struggling to comb out my hair. And even though it didn't feel slickery, I guess, that conditioner slickery it felt very clean. It was still very easy to comb out. And I was surprised. We were kind of saying it was a little bit magic.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed in my hair as well, I used it yesterday, I didn't shampoo today, and the amount of volume that the spray gives, because the spray is a very multi-use product.
So the third product.
Exactly. So once you've shampooed and conditioned and you get your hair detangled and you spray in some of the conscious style spray, once again, it feels very weightless. It doesn't feel like there's a lot in your hair. And blow drying, you get a lot of volume if you're working for volume. And you noticed as well, you were able to smooth the hair really easily. I like that because that feeds right into it being multi-purpose, not having so many products in your closet or in your cupboard that you're having to choose through. You just have a few great ones.
Yeah, we both noticed, and she has really long processed hair as well. Which is, I mean, my hair you would not think was the ideal for this, right? It's very heavily processed. It's long. It's a little bit thicker, and I do have some natural texture in odd places, not evenly textured out. Some's very straight. I got some curl back here. And so sometimes, I really was not convinced when I was trying this, and especially feeling the lightweightness in my hands, I wasn't sure. So the first time I just used shampoo and conditioner. Today I did use the multi-benefit spray, and it's there's so many different ways you could use it. Wet to dry, and you just told me you can actually use it like as a non-aerosol finishing spray.
Yes, I love it as that. You can literally build it into the hair. So yesterday I actually really went for it. I just sprayed it in, just kept spraying throughout the day, spraying, and it just kept building this great volume and great body into the hair.
Yes.
But it didn't feel heavy. Even this morning, it didn't feel heavy. So it was really an interesting experiment for me because it's new. I mean, as stylists, we just start using it however. We use it opposite ways it's supposed to be used. We use it the ways it's supposed to be used. So,
we're about breaking the rules, right?
Oh, yeah.
Finding our own way.
So it's a very flexible spray. It's going to give you a good hold, but it is non-aerosol, so it's a wetter spray, which is really nice. I imagine this would be great on curly hair because it has a little bit more moisture to it. So, I'm really excited to work with the product and do different things with it.
Yes, so just touching, this is a brand new launch, only in salons September 1st. So hairdressers are just getting their hands on it as well. You're kind of hearing it first from KMS lead artistic director, Sonna Brado, and we are so excited to have her share all of her techniques with using these new products. And I think that probably is where I'm so surprised. You get the performance without the weight. So, yes. I mean, you really feel like the products are doing what they're supposed to do, but then afterwards, you just don't feel it in your hair. I'm not one that uses a lot of product because I don't like that feel in my hair. Like getting on an airplane, I'm afraid to put hairspray in because I'm going to be putting it up, taking it down, putting my fingers, that's what we do. And so I love the thought of this being a nice, flexible, easy texture spray, finishing spray, styling spray. That's the multi-benefit, right?
Yes, absolutely. And then we go into the next product, which is the paste. And I love this, the Conscious Style paste. It is a carnauba wax, which I had a product a long time ago that I loved that was carnauba wax. And I haven't had one for a long time. And I'm very happy that this is back. Not back, but new. And this has a very, very soft, creamy texture to it. It's wet to dry as well. You can use it on wet hair and dry hair. And it helps seal in moisture into the hair. So it seals out humidity, seals in moisture, so your hair stays moisturized all day long. And so like with my hair, I can work this in and just work across the surface of the hair. There we go. And I have one more doll head to show you with a special use for this product.
I love it. Let's see it. Now, so they say that this is actually a matte finish.
Yes.
The wax I think is probably a little deceiving in that it is so creamy, like she says. So a lot of times wax is a lot more stiff and less workable, where I find this super workable. I actually took it through my more textured areas before blow drying, and it really helped me smooth that cuticle out. So maybe a way that we didn't plan to use it, but like you said, we break the rules.
Right.
So show us how you're going to use it.
Yeah, I bet that's what helped smooth your hair out today without flat ironing. Because it does seal out that moisture, seals in moisture at the same time. So, okay.
I think this is exactly what made it to where I didn't have to flat iron today.
I bet it was.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Thank you for that tip. Okay. So I have a shag haircut.
I love that cut.
They're so popular right now.
So fun.
And just a real quick tip on styling the fringe area, because this is, one of the most important areas on this cut. So remember what I talked about earlier, where the roots are where everything will follow and go. So typically we have a little bit of a push to the center here. So what I'm going to use is a little bit of the carnauba wax inside of the Conscious Style, putting it in my hands, emulsifying it really well so that it's nice and warm. So I'm going to work dry hair and put a little bit in through the hair. Then I like to use the blow dryer over the top. So many times when I'm using dry wax, I'm using playable texture, many of the texture sprays, I'll put them in and then blow dry the hair over it on dry hair. So just coming in, and I'm going to pinch this area. So we're pinching this together and then turning the sides out.
My favorite blow dryer. I love that blow dryer.
I got to help design this one.
It's amazing. It's absolutely, I did a whole video on it. It's such a good blow dryer. The Baris blow dryer, it's so amazing. Sorry, go ahead.
14-foot cord was my thing that I said it has to have. I love the 14-foot cord.
You're so cool. You're so cool. You knew we needed a 14-foot cord.
Totally. Okay, so just coming in and tipping this out with my fingers. And because we have the conscious style in there, it's going to flip out just really nicely.
That's so cute. Don't you guys love that? That is amazing. She's like curled the hair with the putty.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So then you get that push into the center, and you can even take, when you're styling, if you wanted to take, these little creaseless clips, clip it together while you're styling, and then you can do the sides or the rest of the hair. So when you do that, it kind of helps that hair force it into the center, because everything pretty much comes forward on these types of fringes. And then I love the texture that is giving me right there.
She's got the look.
She does.
She's got the look. I want that look.
Carol.
Yes, I could just watch you style all day. Sonna, I want to talk about, thank you so much. That is the Conscious Style, the 4 products. We love these products. Good job, KMS. I really feel like this is really modernizing the whole brand, even though I love that it's got, the brand itself is sustainable. KMS has been around for so long, and they continually recreate for what we need as stylists and what we're using on trend for performance. So great job. But I really also want to just finish with you you are such an artist, and I am so grateful to have you here. And so I know people really like to get this type of education. So let's talk about, you have an amazing Instagram page at Sonna Brado, SONNABRADO, just her name, with the @ on Instagram. But let's talk about your Sharp Scissor Society. I think this is such a beautiful way to end, with your education heart, giving back.
Yes. I've always believed that it's not about time, it's about comprehension. And I feel like, although there are no shortcuts to mastery of a certain art or a certain a skill, there is this, I like to call it, like if you have a point A and a point B, it's a string. Instead of having to go all the way across, I do this. And so that's what Sharp Scissor Society is. It's not about time, it's about comprehension. And it's about small techniques that I do on my Instagram. Almost on a daily basis, I post things where I explain, and I give you maybe a 30 to a 60-second demo of
teaser.
Yes. And I call those back pocket techniques, something you can pull out of your back pocket and use when you're in a certain situation. Maybe the back hair is sticking out or the bangs aren't laying right.
They're brilliant.
You could look up one of my videos and see a quick demo of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I do for my Sharp Scissor Society is I go in and I take those techniques and I expand on them. So they're called expanded back pocket techniques. And they're professionally done videos. They're usually about 10 minutes long, and I release one each week. So we do 3 a month, and then I combine all of those into one finished look the last Monday of the month. So you get three videos that are in depth about the techniques that I do, and then you also get that live demo where I'm talking through them. I'm sharing different things during the demo, and because it's live, the participants get to ask me questions, and we just chat and have a good time. So that's
this is stylist directed, correct? It's mainly towards stylists, because the education, you kind of have to have a license to really understand the directional and the way that it's a lot of cutting techniques. And so any of our stylist friends that do watch the show, check out Sonna's videos and her techniques. I'm mesmerized. I could literally watch you cut all day, and I learned something on every one of, even your Instagram little teasers are just so on point. So no wonder KMS stole you as their lead artistic director, right?
I'm one of a couple of leads. So I've got another fabulous partner, Michael Dorgon, that does a great job as my co-lead.
Perfect team. Perfect team. He's amazing too. Well, Sonna, thank you so much for being here. We at Beauty Care Choices appreciate our partnership so much with KMS and the amazing products that they're now coming out with that are really so on point for the trend, as well as all their classic products. We appreciate having them here at Beauty Care Choices. So have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here with you.
I appreciate your time and your knowledge. Have a great day.
Jennifer, bye-bye.
So as you know, we created this show to bring education to our consumers that seem to want a little bit more information on the products that they're using. Conscious Style from KMS is a new brand segment that we are very excited and will be exploring more ways to use, just available in salons September 1st. So you're hearing it first here. And if you have any further questions, remember we have all licensed cosmetologists answering our phones. So you can call the number below, ask any questions you'd like, and we'll research it if we don't know. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.